Hello, movie lovers. It's Friday. You know what that means. Yeah. I'm about to tell you what movies I watched this week. I know so many of us are so excited to hear me talk about what I watched. Snicker, snicker. But anyway, some of you enjoy it, so that's the main thing. So let's talk about what I watched. Bob watched A Star is Born, 1937. I think this was the first one. This is the first one that was made in regards to this story. Frederick March, Janet Gaynor. Yeah. It's a story about a young girl at home. I think she's living with her aunt and uncle. I could be wrong, but she's living with her mom and dad or something, I forget. But she leaves, she goes to town. Her grandmother gives her money, right? Here, I've been saving it up, but you need it more than me, shit, right? So she goes to town, she stays in her rooming house, or a boarding house, or an apartment, or a hotel, a motel, or whatever it's called. And anyway, one thing leads to another, and she meets this actor. He's a big-time actor. He meets her. And kind of one thing leads to another, and skip the beat and all that shit, and she becomes a big star, and he's on his way down. He's a drunk and an alcoholic and a bum, or, like one of those stories. And this has been done 4 or 5 times now over the course of years, right? There's a Barbra Streisand one with Chris Christopherson, which, in my opinion, that one wasn't very. I didn't like that one. I like the other ones, but I didn't like that one for some reason. It's all the same story. But anyway, enough of that. I gave it an 8. I gave Star is Born 1937. I gave it a big 8. You can watch it anytime. And I hate when I don't talk. I always get a cough all the time. I gotta clear my throat. Anyway, then I watched Bushwick, 217. I think I watched this on Netflix. When a Texan military force invades New York, Brooklyn, Brooklyn, New York? Yeah, they're going to invade Brooklyn. Texas invades Brooklyn. Because they think Brooklyn's stupid. There's a bunch of dummies living there. And it's easy to take over, right? That's the whole premise of this movie. They're heading to Brooklyn because there's a bunch of little crooks and bad people living there, and they're all a bunch of lazy bastards, so Texas is going to take over certain parts of the United States. Sounds like the Civil War from 1865. That time period. Anyway, invades New York. A woman and her veteran band together for survival. Although it's a crazy type movie, some of the movie is like, come on, you got to be kidding me. But there's a little bit of action in it, and it's fun. So that's the only reason it gets a 7. Other than that, it's a pretty dumb movie. Well, that's me. Eh? I'm not calling anybody dumb. I'm just thinking it's a dumb movie. But hey, I watched it, so I gave it a 7. Yeah, Dave Bautista. It's good to see him lumbering around. And then I watched The Bricklayer, 2024, 2023, whatever. There's different years for this. On Netflix, a brilliant and deadly operative comes out of retirement when a rogue insurgent frames the CIA. You gotta watch this one. You gotta pay attention to this one. There's all this. Yeah, he comes out of retirement. Aaron Eckhart. It's a little bit something like, John Wick type of movie. You know what I mean? The action's like that. Of course, a lot of the movies nowadays are like John Wick. There's a lot of them out there, and some similarities to John Wick. So I gave that an 8, and it's an 8 because there's a lot of action in it, and I like action, right? Don't we? We like a lot of action. You got to be action in the movies, unless it's a damn good story. But action, stand by for action. Tarzan's New York Adventure, 1942, the Big Street. I'm looking at my screen on my TV. I'm only at my computer. Colors of Evil, Red, Covers of Evil, yeah, Red. This is on Netflix also. When a young girl working in a nightclub is found dead on a beach, her mother delves into it. Mother kind of starts asking questions. There's more to it than what this says. There's more to it, right? There's more to it. So I don't need the mother. There's a young cop in it too. And I think this is either in Sweden or Czechoslovakia or something like that. It's not here in Canada or American made. It's it's another country down there somewhere. I could be wrong, but yeah. Sorry if I butchered all that shit, but yeah. When a young girl working in a nightclub is found dead on a beach, her mother delves into it. Well, the thing is, she's found dead on the beach. She's naked, right? She's laying on her stomach, but when they turn her over, her lips are missing. Somebody's cut off her lips. And, you don't know, are they just because a serial killer, or they're thinking did they see this before, so they started looking into it. But yeah, then there's this bar, like a bar of drinking stuff, and all the young people dance, and the music throbbing and bobbing, and so they go there and start looking around and see what's going on. But I thought it was pretty good. I gave it an 8. Yeah, on Prime. It's on Prime here in Toronto. And then I watched Public Enemy, which is in the box over there in the set. I didn't bring it with me. But yeah, Public Enemy from 1931 with James Cagney. Everybody knows that one, James Cagney, Public Enemy. Yeah. Starts off as a young punk robbing people, and I shouldn't say robbing people. He didn't rob anybody. But yeah, stealing stuff and being a crook, and he exaggerated into selling beer and stuff like that, and he was a gangster. So yeah, James Cagney gives it an 8 every time. I can watch that one over and over again, no problem. Then I watched. Oh, that's my appointment with the doctor. That's nothing to do with anything. I got to write that down, copy it again. Beach Boys. I think this is the one Harry watched. When I asked him what it was, I'm pretty sure this was the one because it's 2024. It's on Disney Channel here. So I watched that. I enjoyed it. I thought it was quite enjoyable. Too bad things happen the way they do, eh? Yeah, the worst part about not the movie and stuff, but the Beach Boys and themselves was when their dad sold their catalog, their music song catalog, because he thought they were just going to have a bunch of hits and then, die down and, and die and, go their separate way. Nobody was going to buy anything. So he sold all their whatever songs at the time, he sold their rights to some publisher company for $700,000. Boy, that was a big mistake. You know how much publishing the Beach Boys has? Anyway, that was dumb. Anyway, but Beach Boys, I really enjoyed that. I gave it an 8. First time watch for that. First time watch for 57. First time watch for Colors of Evil. And the first time watch for The Bricklayer. In fact, I forgot all that. And then I watched D-Day. Watched that yesterday. D-Day. John Wayne and Robert Mitchum and everybody else. Arsenic and all this. Haven't seen that in a while. Buffalo Bill. Yeah, and then the last movie this week, Thursday, which is yesterday, today's Friday, so that would be last night at 8 o'clock on TCM. I had the movie also, but it was coming on TV, so I just left it until 8 o'clock, and I watched Saving Private Ryan. Seen it at the show, 1993. Me and my wife and I, Kathy, went to the show together. We sat about pretty close to the screen. There was no place else to sit by the time we got there. Not that we were late or anything. There was just too many fucking people. So we were about 5 or 6 seats, like rows, I guess, up from the front. So we actually had to kind of like go like this a little bit. That wasn't too bad. At least it wasn't in the first row. But it was about 5 or 6 up, so we sat there like that. So by the time we got out of there, we'd be walking around like this. Took a while to get back to normal. You know what I mean? Takes a while to do that. Yeah, anyway, that's it, yeah. Next week's Father's Day. Yeah. So what is it, the 16th? Yeah, 16th. So, am I going to be here the 16th? 16th? No, what's up? Yeah, next week's Father's Day. So, kids are giving me a barbecue, or having a barbecue, and I'm going. I like hamburgers. What are you going to do? They want to get Daddy a Father's Day barbecue. I said, I'll be there. With bells on. Pass the drinks. Pass the food. They love me. My girls love me. Yeah. Anyway, that's the movies I watched this week, and I'll continue to watch the movies. The hockey is tomorrow night. Edmonton is playing some team from, where was it? Well, they got crocodiles, I think. Is it Florida? Florida have crocodiles, Harry? Yeah. So Edmonton, the North boys are down there and they're playing Florida. So go Oilers, go. I don't really crazy over the Oilers, but they're a Canadian team. So I'm sticking with my Canadian team. I want to see Canada win the Stanley Cup. That's got nothing to do with movies. But anyway, Oilers. Go Oilers. All right, till next week, give your mom and dad a hug. Give somebody a hug. Give them a kiss. Tell them you love them.